Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a fantastically awesome day so far. My day is going okay, nothing special to report here. I'm just trying to get things done because, what is the date today? 18th of August. We are going on holiday in 5, carry the 1 plus the 3 divided by 2. 8 more sleeps. 8 more sleeps. We are going on holiday and I cannot wait to see the coast and feel the salt water on my skin and swim and fish and eat my boring diet. Hopefully the doctors, I've got an appointment next Tuesday. Hopefully they take me off this diet after my next round of blood tests and I can actually eat some decent tasting food. But we shall see. We shall see. Even if I have to eat this rubbish, boring diet, I'm still going to have a good time. I'm not going to let it bring me down. Any hoops. Today we are reacting to the top 10 best rural counties in Texas to retire or just to move to. And this was a suggestion from one of my long-time subscribers and someone who emails me on the regular, Nancy. Nancy, thank you so much for your recommendation / request. I really do appreciate your emails. Every time Nancy emails, or nearly every time, she'll say, I hope I'm not bothering you. And Nancy, absolutely not. You have sent me some amazing recipes, amazing information, and I love receiving the emails. I love receiving everybody's emails, even the negative ones that come through every now and then. I love it. I really, really do. Just contacting or communicating with people all over the world that I would have never, ever, ever even spoken to or known existed has been so fun and so awesome. So thank you very much. Yeah, and without further ado, before we get into today's video, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra frisky, you may as well give the video a like as well. I do have a Buy Me a Coffee page and a Patreon page linked down in the description if you want to help support the channel. Any money made off there will go towards our trip to the States next year, but please feel no obligation to do so, guys. And without further ado, let's check out the top 10 best rural counties in Texas to retire or just to move to. That is a mouthful.
Today we're starting with the best rural counties in Texas. If you like this video and want to see more on other states, let me know in the comment section below. Alright, let's check it out. Number 10, Gillespie County, Texas. Gillespie County is a rural county in the hill country of Texas. It is west of Austin and north of San Antonio. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive to each one of them, maybe a little bit.
That little place looks like it's got a lake or a river or something in the back there, and that's my dream. That is my all-time dream, and I said it the other day in a video. Depending what happens with all these medical tests I've got to go through, even if I'm not going to think negatively about it. I'm going to be fine. I am going to put the next year or 2 years, I'm just going to grind. I need to buy my land. I need to buy my farm. I'm not sure where I'm going to do it yet or how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. And it's going to have a little lake so I can fish with my son and cook outdoors and just do everything I've dreamed about for the last 20, 30 plus years that I've not achieved yet, but I'm going to.
Austin and north of San Antonio, it's about an hour-and-a-half drive to each one of them, maybe a little bit over.
Cars.
If you're going from Fredericksburg, which is the main city in Gillespie County, and it's sort of pretty much in the center. It's the county seat. This is a nice community, far enough away from San Antonio and Austin, but close enough to get to if you need to. But if you need a hospital, they have a decent one in Fredericksburg. Hill Country Memorial is right on State Highway 16 in Windcrest Street, and it has all the things you're going to need, but it has a sleep clinic, breast cancer center, and a cardiac rehab center. They have all the other things that a hospital should have. I just thought those should be mentioned. Fredericksburg has a little over 10,000 people living there, but the entire county has a population of just over 26,000. The median home value here, that's the median, that's in the middle, is about $276,000. The entire county has some good wineries and some good breweries along with various nature trails. A lot of things to do here for a rural community. Number 9, Bandera County, Texas. Bandera County is just northwest of San Antonio, with the city of Bandera being...
Sorry for the fidgeting. I feel like I need to bring it up. My back is still not good. Yeah, I had an email the other day. They're like, you move around. Anyway, I apologize. I'm just trying to get comfortable, so I do apologize.
In the county seat. It's the main place here. As far as hospitals go, yeah, they don't have much. They have some clinics and some family practices, which are nice. But if you need anything else, San Antonio is just about an hour away, or you can go north to Kerrville, about 30 minutes, where they have the Peterson Regional Medical Center. If you like to be outdoors, this is a good place for it. They've got plenty of hiking trails, things like that. They have Medina Lake on the southeast corner of the county, not too far from San Antonio. If you like the Old West type thing, they got a lot of dude ranches out here, along with a lot of historical Old West touristy things to do. When it comes to living here, Bandera County is kind of a cultural melting pot. with a strong Native American and Mexican population here. Mexican-American population, I should say. They say it's a city, but the town of Bandera only has about 900 residents.
Nice.
The entire county, it's a little over 21,000. The median home value here is about $170,000. Number 8, Jasper County, Texas. Jasper County is just north of Beaumont near the Louisiana border. The main city or county seat is Jasper. Jasper's an okay place to live. It's got a little crime. Not any violent crime, though. Their violent crime is actually lower than the national average, but their property crime, people are stealing stuff from each other here. That's a little bit high. But the cost of living here is incredibly low. They don't have high employment numbers, so if you're retired or you're bringing your own job, this is a great place to live. On the north border of the county, you have Sam Rayburn Reservoir, which is great for people that like to be on the water. The real estate here is really attractive. I know that sounds like something a real estate agent will tell you, but I was kind of looking around. They have homes that are run down that could use some work for like $40,000. But if you want to get outside of Jasper City and get into the rural areas, you're looking at a lot of places that are under $200,000 that come with a couple acres and a decent house on it, maybe even a pond. The population of Jasper County...
Jasper County. I got to remember that one. I love a dream. I'm a dreamer. I'll sit for hours sometimes if I'm not doing anything important on my laptop. I'll sit on property websites all over the world and I'll just check. And I love it. I've got a dream. I've got to keep the dream alive, otherwise it will die. Jasper County. We'll have a look.
Is $35,000. Median home value is $104,000. As far as hospitals go, you got Jasper Memorial Hospital along with some different clinics and a handful of good family practice doctors. If you need anything above and beyond that, you're looking at about a 2-hour drive to Houston, depending on where you are in the county. Number 7, Haskell County, Texas. West of Dallas-Fort Worth and north of Abilene, Texas, you have Haskell County. In the dead center of this county, you have the county seat and their main hub, Haskell City, which has about 3,000 residents. There's not much to Haskell. I mean, the main draw here is the cost of living and the cost of property. If you don't mind living amongst the tumbleweeds, this is a nice place to live if you want to save a buck. As far as healthcare goes, they have a couple different clinics, but they also have Haskell Memorial Hospital. This isn't really a big hospital. It's one.
Here's a challenge for you guys out there in the States. Email me the links to the best properties you can find. I'll do a video on them. I'm really keen to see some of the best properties. It doesn't have to be in Texas, throughout America. Here's the criteria. Pond, minimum 4 acres, let's say 4 acres, 3-bedroom house, minimum 3-bedroom house, and minimum 2 bathrooms. That's the only criteria. Email me the links and we'll do a video on them. I'll do a video on them and we can check out what you guys find.
Story, but for a town the size of Haskell and a county that's not very populated, this is a good sized facility. The population of Haskell County is just under 6,000 residents, and the median home value is $51,000.
51.
I looked around, and if you want to live in the city, you could find decent older homes that are under $150,000. If you want to go out into the county, get an acre, you're looking at even less than that. And for you retired folks, almost 60% of the residents here are 65 years and older. Oh, wow. So there's a lot of people, if you're retired, that are going to be around your age. Number 6, Leon County, Texas. Leon County is north of Houston, almost the halfway point between Houston and Dallas. Its county seat is dead center in the county, and it is called Centerville of all things. I wonder if they had some really big town council meetings on what to name the town and why they should name it something. Or some dude just went, well, it's in the center of the county. Well, we call it Centerville. Any new business? Any old business? And we get back feeding the hogs. Centerville only has a population of about 900 residents, with the entire county only having about 17,000 residents. When it comes to healthcare, they got a few doctors here and a couple small clinics, but if you really need anything, you're going to either have to go to Crockett, which is 30 minutes to the east. They've got a medical center there. So it's a little light on the medical care. Houses. Not saying it's bad medical care, they just don't have any giant hospitals in or around Centerville or Leon County. The median home value here is $110,000. That's pretty cheap. Number 5, Comanche County, Texas. Comanche County is southwest of Fort Worth, right between Abilene and Waco. Like if you're going to drive to Waco from Abilene, you're going to go right through Comanche County. The main city here, or county seat is Comanche, Texas, just the city of Comanche. Comanche City has a population of just over 4,000 residents, with the entire county having about 13.
I think this is what I like about the more rural places, is they're quite sparsely populated, aren't they? And that's the sort of place I love. I don't love a huge city or where it's too populated, too busy. Yes, there are drawbacks, like he's mentioning. Oh, sometimes you got to drive 2 hours, 3 hours to a hospital. But yeah, sometimes, I mean, it's worth it, isn't it? I mean, I know I say that, and like there's people with serious medical conditions, and I've needed to visit the hospital a good few times, but just to have that tranquility and open space, I think for me is probably worth it. Might sound stupid.
This is another one of those places that really shine because of its affordability. The cost of living here is really low, as so are the houses and property. Most of the entertainment or anything to do here centers around Proctor Lake. As far as hospitals go, just north of Comanche and pretty much on Proctor Lake almost is the Comanche County Medical Center. If you need anything beyond that, you're probably looking at about a 2-hour drive to Fort Worth. The median home value in Comanche County is about $101,000. One other note to this place, they actually have a golf course. It's a county golf course. It's right there on Proctor Lake. Number 4, Wood County, Texas. Wood County, Texas is east of Dallas, about the midway point between Dallas and the Louisiana border. Its main city or town, whatever you want to call it, is Quitman, Texas, home of Sissy Spacek. Yeah, she was born and raised there. Quitman has a population of almost 2,000 residents, with the entire Wood County having just over 43,000. This is another nice place in Texas that has some golf courses, and they have Lake Fort Reservoir. It's a pretty good sized reservoir, lake, whatever you want to call it. The median home value here is $130,000. I was looking around Zillow, and there's a lot of places here for about $150,000. But if you want some,
that's a good property website over there, isn't it? I've heard of the word, like the name Zillow, a few times. I've not been on the property market for a long time, but I always just Google house for sale in a certain area or farm for sale, and that's how I get about. I don't really know any decent. Like in England, there was Rightmove that we used.
I was looking around Zillow, and there's a lot of places here for about $150,000. But if you want something really decent with at least an acre or something, probably looking around $250 on up to $350. This isn't a bad place to live. Quitman does have somewhat of a hospital. It's UT Health Quitman. It's got an emergency room and all that stuff. Anything major, you're probably going to end up having to go to Dallas, maybe even Tyler, Texas, south of Quitman. Number 3, Llano County, Texas. Llano County, Texas is just west of Austin on the Colorado River. Not the big Colorado River. Texas has their own Colorado River, which goes through the middle of Austin. This is another one of those counties that's in that sweet spot. It's just far enough away from a big city where if you need to get there for anything, it's there, and just far enough away where you don't get none of the stank of the big city on your county or your city. Matter of fact, the county seat of Llano is the city of Llano. So I thought this was interesting. Llano County has a cemetery called Baby Head Cemetery. Let me tell you how it got that name. In the 1870s, there was a community known as Baby Head that existed in Llano County. According to local legend, a small child was killed by Native Americans, and her remains were buried on a hill that was called Baby Head Mountain now, I guess. The town of Baby Head doesn't exist anymore, but the cemetery is still there. And it's accepting the dead, it says. The town of Llano has just over 3,000 residents, with the entire county having just over 20,000 residents. The median home value here is about $186,000. When I say median, that's the middle price. They got a bunch of houses that are cheaper than that and a bunch of houses that are more expensive than that. Right in the middle, you have this $186,000. That's how median works. In my experience, add about 20% onto that, and then you'll find something decent. There is plenty of things to do here with Buchanan Lake and, of course, the Colorado River, like I had said. In the city of Llano, you have Baylor Scott and White Medical Center, which is good size for the area. But most people, if you need anything serious, you're going to head out to Austin, which is about an hour and a half southeast. Number 2, Sabine County, Texas. Sabine County is in East Texas on the Louisiana border. It sits on the Toledo Bend Reservoir and also touches part of the Sam Rayburn Reservoir. If you're a person that's into fishing, this is a great place to live. Their county seat, the main city here, is Hemp Hill. Hemp Hill has one of the best barbecue places in East Texas, I think. Hemp Hill Barbecue.
It's got everything. It's got everything for me. Fishing, barbecue. That's all I need.
Hemp Hill has a population of about 1,200 residents, with the entire county of Sabine having a little over 10,000. As far as healthcare goes, they do have a couple different clinics in Sabine County, but they also have the Sabine County Hospital. It's not terribly big, but it gets the job done. If you need anything else done, you got to drive ahead of you, and it's probably going to land you in Louisiana someplace. The median home value in Sabine County is $101,000. Yeah, that's...
So far, it's Jasper and Sabine that I'm going to look at after this video.
It's a little bit unrealistic. You can find homes here for under $100,000, but they're going to need a lot of work, and they probably won't be worth it. If you really want something nice, you're going to be looking over $200,000, $225,000, $250,000 on up. Especially since they got those reservoirs right there. You can get property right on the reservoirs, and that'll set you back quite a bit. But like I said, if you're into fishing, boating, it might really be worth it.
The only thing missing that he didn't say was hunting.
Before we get to number one, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said before, if you like what we're doing on this series, if you want to hear about other states, let me know in the comments section. All right, on to number one. And number one, Brewster County, Texas. Brewster County, Texas is very rural. You're not going to find a lot of people here. It is on the Rio Grande River and the border with Mexico. It's sort of between El Paso and Laredo if you follow the border, or the river, whichever you want to do. They're actually the same. So, yeah. Inside this county's borders, they got two things. They have one city, Alpine, Texas, which is their county seat, and they have Big Bend National Park, which in my opinion is one of the most overlooked national parks we have. You never hear about it. You know, you always hear about Yosemite, the Great Smoky Mountains, the Rockies, Yellowstone, all those really cool ones. You never hear about Big Bend, but Big Bend is a legit national park. About 58% of the population here is over the age of 65, so that's pretty cool. If you want any medical care, you're going to have to go to Alpine. Their only city, and Alpine's really not that big. They have a population of about 6,000 residents. If you have any serious medical problems that need a bigger hospital, the closest ones would probably be in El Paso, and that's about a 6-hour drive. You probably find some good hospitals in Odessa.
Oh my God. Okay, I said it wasn't that. It's sort of worth it, but when it's 6 hours away, imagine you got something major and you got to get there quick. Yeah, I'll just jump in my helicopter. 6 hours.
Midland, and those are about 4.5, 5 hours away. So if you move to Brewster County, I'd advise being in good health. Everything else about this place is great. The median home value here is $134,000. That's the median home value. Realistically, to get something decent with a good chunk of land on it, you're looking over $250,000 all the way up. I mean, I've seen some that have 10 acres that are $700,000, $800,000. The other thing that makes Brewster County great, it's right on the Mexico border. So if you've got some expensive medication that's really not covered that well by your insurance, you can go down to Mexico and get it for half price. That one's not as big a deal as it used to be now that we could actually send away for it and get it shipped to us from Canada or wherever.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, Brewster was going to be on there with Sabine and Jasper, but the hospital thing, okay. You got me. I said it didn't matter that much, but when it's 6.5 hours away, sorry, I spat everywhere. That's freaking far. I love dreaming like this. Thank you very much, Nancy. You've got me going again, although I haven't really stopped. My missus is getting the hump with me. My daughter loves it because she said to me, can we move to America? And I'd love to. I have to admit, I would love to, but there's a few things that are... I don't know if it's feasible. I've not really ever looked into it properly, but maybe one day. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to email me your property finds. Yeah, and I'll feature them in a video. I'm really excited to do that, actually. I love looking at properties. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.